One Zambia, one nation. Good evening and welcome to the main news at 18 hours on ZNBC TV2 with me, Mutukwa Moya. Here are the top stories. President Edgar Lungu has appointed an 8-member interministerial committee to give guidance on the establishment of a refugee settlement in Nchelenge district. Houses in Lusaka ZAMBIA and Ilanda compounds have been flooded after the recent spate of rains. Plus, wrangles at the City of Lusaka Football Club have deepened, with 2 faction groups claiming ownership and shareholding of the club. Thank you so much for joining us. Another news in detail. President Edgar Lungu has appointed an 8-member interministerial committee to give guidance on the establishment of a refugee settlement in Nchelenge district of Luapula province. Minister of Home Affairs Stephen Kampiongo, who will chair the committee, says members include Mr. Davis Chama, Minister of Defense, Dr. Chitalo Chilufya, Minister of Health, Ms. Sylvia Chalikosa, Minister in the Office of the Vice President. Others are Ms. Emerin Kabanshi, Minister of Community Development, Mr. Vincent Mwale, Minister of Local Government, Dr. Dennis Wanchinga, Minister of General Education, and Mr. Nixon Chilangwa, Minister for Luapula Province. Mr. Kampiongo says ex-official members are the permanent secretaries of Home Affairs and Luapula Province, United Nations Resident Coordinator, officials from the Office of the Commissioner for Refugees, and United Nations High Commission for Refugees, UNHCR. Speaking during a press briefing in Lusaka today, the Home Affairs Minister noted that there are currently 14,500 refugees at Kenani Refugee Transit Center in Nchelenge, and that the site has reached its maximum holding capacity. And UNHCR representative Pierrine Ailara says 220 people have already been relocated so far, and that 350 people will be relocated tomorrow.
There are more than 14,500 refugees hosted at Kenani Transit Refugee Center in Nchelenge. The committee members expressed the urgent need to relocate the refugees to a suitable center because the current site has reached its maximum holding capacity.
It is true that the international community has mobilized 6.6 million to enable us to attend the need of these refugees. But the land that has been allocated graciously by the government of Zambia has not been costed. The protection, the security, all those assets are priceless. On behalf of our High Commissioner, Mr. Filippo Grandi, I want to reiterate our deep appreciation and sincere gratitude to the people of Zambia. Of course, we have started opening up Matampala with the great support of ZNS.
Now, more than 2.6 tons of fish has been intercepted and seized by a combined team of officers from the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock in Samfya, Luapula Province. District Fisheries Officer Amos Foloweza has revealed to NAIS that the seizure is in line with enforcing the 2017-2018 annual fish ban. Details in this report.
A truck laden with an estimated 2.6 tons of dried fish was last night intercepted by a combined team of officers from the Department of Fisheries and Drug Enforcement Commission. The operation that was carried out last night resulted in the capture of 3 suspected smugglers.
Around the 23 hours, our officers, in conjunction with the security officers from DC, intercepted the same truck, which was carrying 35 bags of fish. Fresh fish, assorted dry fish, weighing about 80 kgs per bag on average. So the driver of the same truck managed to scamper, and the other suspects also managed to escape. But the officers apprehended 3 passengers, as you can see, who were with this fish. And they have been handed over to the police. they will appear in court shortly.
The district fisheries officer has since warned that anyone caught breaching the law will face the consequences. ZAMBIA District Commissioner Nassan Walia has appealed to the public to protect this precious resource in the Bangwaulu.
You are aware, in our other bodies here in ZAMBIA District, fish has depleted due to the fishing pressure, and we want to conserve our fish during the fish ban period. And our officers are on the ground to ensure that the measures which is put in place are followed.
Each year, the Ministry of Livestock and Fisheries announces the start of the annual closed fishing season, commonly known as fish ban. It is during the annual closed fishing season that fish breeds and strict measures are put in place to stop and prevent illegal fishing as well as trading. Jonas Miselo reporting for NICE in ZAMBIA District.
We take our first break. We'll have more news after that. Keep watching. We continue with the news. Houses in Lusaka's Zingalume and Ilanda compound have been flooded after the recent spate of rains. Residents in the two locations say the floods have destroyed properties and left them vulnerable to diseases. And Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit DMMU National Coordinator Yande Mwape has called on Road Development Agency RDA to do remedial works on drainages in the area. Here's a report.
Peering out the window at what seems to be a submerged version of their playing space, these little boys have been trapped indoors by the recent spat of rains. Unfortunately, these children are not the only ones to suffer due to floods. A check by TV2 News found that some shops and many houses in Zingalume and Lilanda compounds have been affected too, and the residents have called on government to come to their aid.
Things were submerging water. They slept standing. I came here to see my tenants. They were standing. I left this place at midnight trying to drain the water away.
A Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit DMMU team, along with Lusaka District Commissioner Davison Mulenga, has visited the affected areas. DMMU National Coordinator Yande Mwape says a solution is on the way.
With experts from the local authority, and also already engaged. They come through on the ground to really appreciate the extent of the problem and see to it that probably they redesign the drainages so that water can flow. Community engagement and participation is very key. We've talked to the councillor to engage the community so that they can collect the garbage that has accumulated.
Meanwhile, Captain Mulenga has also weighed in on the calamity that has befallen the residents.
Up, then the ground or the yards for the people are lower. So water is running away from the drainages into the yards of the people and eventually into the houses. So this situation is quite bad. So we will not allow our people to live like this. We are coming to do some work here.
It is the hope of residents here that works on drainages in the area can be expedited to ensure the end of flooding. Elizabeth Nyambi, TV2 News in Lusaka.
Still to come in the news after this commercial break, IBA to start collecting TV levy by April 1, 2018. This and other stories, keep watching. We continue with the news. Now, the Independent Broadcasting Authority, IBA, says it will be ready to start collecting TV levy by April 1, 2018. IBA Director General Josephine Mapoma says the authority has planned that it will be collecting the 5 kwacha TV levy by 10th of each month and submit it to ZNBC by the month end. Ms. Mapoma has disclosed that the IBA has already written to pay TV companies on what is expected of them. She has explained that IBA's assumption for now is that ZESCO Limited will collect TV levy between now and 1st April on behalf of ZNBC. Ms. Mapoma has told a media briefing in Lusaka today that those that subscribe to MultiChoice, Movie Television and others will be required to remit 5 kwacha for each subscription.
Yes, we are ready because we've written to all our SMS to make sure that come 1st of April, as you pay your subscription to MultiChoice or indeed to Movie TV, you're going to pay them 5 kwacha. You are also going to pay the other 5 kwacha. Therefore, if you decide that you are going to subscribe to four of them, then our expectation is that you're going to pay how much? 20 kwacha. Because these are questions people have been asking us, because they thought that because you are subscribing to Zuki, for example, or MultiChoice, then you only pay the 5 kwacha once. No, you're going to pay the related costs, because each SMS is an entity on its own.
The Zambia Development Agency, ZDA, is seeking innovative ways to ensure foreign direct investments coming into the country is directly linked to the creation of employment and the promotion of entrepreneurship among young people. ZDA Director General Perry Mapani says the agency is also aggressively exploring incentives meant to attract Zambians to invest in other parts of the country away from Lusaka. The ZDA chief said this when he paid a courtesy call on ZNBC Director General Richard Mwanza, and Mr. Mwanza called on ZDA to take advantage of ZNBC's expertise in television production to design and sponsor programs that will promote entrepreneurship among young people. Mr. Mwanza also said that TV programs can be used as tools to encourage Zambians to take part in investment opportunity being created in different sectors of the economy.
We are happy, as you've already noted, we are happy that to bring in foreign direct investments, but of primary importance is how do those link into really the country, how do those link into employment, youth employment, entrepreneurship, and again, I think more and more as the ZDA, we want to see how we can help empower Zambians. So the thought of looking at the areas in our country that are the best and for investments, where it is viable and so forth, is quite current to us.
Let's talk about foreign direct investment, and you are of the view that even Zambians can invest, and they can team up and invest. So this foreign direct investment is a very good thing. But what about the Zambian direct investment? I like that concept, and we need to promote it. We need to be very creative, innovative, and where possible, you guide us. I want you to maybe go into training the youths, entrepreneurs, and so become more aggressive. Maybe even use television to have certain programs on Saturdays on entrepreneurs.
We go for our final break. Up next is sports news. Keep watching TV2. Finally, in sports news, wrangles at the City of Lusaka Football Club have deepened, with 2 faction groups claiming ownership and shareholding of the club. This has sent panic among stakeholders as 2 football teams, all under the name of City of Lusaka Football Club, are training and preparing for the 2018 season. One team is training at Woodland Stadium, while another is training at Cooperative College in Lusaka. More in this report.
Established in 1937, the City of Lusaka Football Club is no doubt one of the oldest teams in the country. The club goes under the nickname City ya Moto or City Yo Beba, but this slogan now seems to be haunting the club. The club is now on fire as two faction groups are claiming ownership. The confusion of shareholding and ownership has led to the formation of two teams, all under the name City of Lusaka Football Club. One wonders which team will be registered and recognized by the Football Association of Zambia. Teddy Mulonga on Thursday morning addressed the media and announced that his group are the legitimate owners of the company and the team.
If you're going to be a pretender, mind you, sometimes pretending and being adamant can have very nasty consequences. So all we're saying is, for us, we are the team. We are the team, the owners of the City of Lusaka. I mean, the reality is there. This letter from Mr. David Lewanika says it very clear who owns the club. And it's a PLC. Tell it in English, please.
Mulonga has since stressed that only one team and club exists.
It is unfortunate if FAS have done that. But we are engaging all stakeholders. What we want to see is sanity based on the legal basis, not on any other basis. Please, not on any other basis. Based on the legal basis of the existence of this deal. We do not want anarchy.
While the media briefing was underway, another faction group of the Justin Zulu-led executive and its board of trustees were busy with their meeting as well. The Justin Zulu-led team says it will ignore all remarks made by Mulonga.
We have renewed our membership for 2018. That shows to you that we are a recognized city. Yes, at the moment we are training from the cooperative college. We are not training from the Woodland Stadium because of these wrangles we have concerning the shareholding. Because we, a city, we maintain our position that we are at 60% shareholding. They are at 40% shareholding. We want to put this on record that City of Lusaka is a well-recognized entity at FAS. The executive is the one that is affiliated at FAS. Once things are normalized about the shareholdings and the like, things will come to place.
With a month before the 2018 season kickoff, one wonders what will be the final outcome at City. FAS President Andrew Kamanga's phone went unanswered. Katushi Waria, TV2 Sport in Lusaka.
Here's a recap of top stories as we end the news. President Edgar Lungu has appointed an 8-member interministerial committee to give guidance on the establishment of a refugee settlement in Chelenge district of Luapula province. Minister of Home Affairs Stephen Kampiongo, who will chair the committee, says members include Mr. Davis Chama, Minister of Defense, Dr. Chitalu Chilufya, Minister of Health, Ms. Sylvia Chalikosa, Minister in the Office of the Vice President. Houses in Lusaka's Zingalume and Lilanda compounds have been flooded after the recent spate of rains. Residents in the two locations say the floods have destroyed properties and left them vulnerable to diseases. And in sports, wrangles at the City of Lusaka Football Club have deepened with two faction groups claiming ownership and shareholding of the club. This has sent panic among stakeholders as two football teams, all under the name of City of Lusaka Football Club, are training and preparing for the 2018 season. This is where we end the news for 18 hours on ZNBC TV2. But if you can still join us for the main news. That is another detailed bulletin at 20 hours. This is Mutu Kwamoya. Good evening and continue watching TV2.